Alright, now we're going to have a look at the sample task. You will have a listening passage. It will be two students discussing some kind of a problem. You're going to take as many notes as you can, as if you're on the real exam. And then after we'll listen to this listening passage, we're going to talk about what notes you should have taken. I'm going to show you my notes, and then I will also show you a sample response. Let's do it. Let's go.
Please listen carefully. In this question, you will listen to a conversation. You will then be asked to talk about the information in the conversation and to give your opinion about the ideas presented. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Listen to a conversation between two students.
Sally, why the frown?
John, I have been trying to learn this list of vocabulary words, and I'm just getting nowhere. Here, take the list and ask me one of the words. You'll see.
Okay. How about arthropoda?
Those creepy crawly things?
But what kind of creepy crawly things? Snakes?
No, like spiders and scorpions.
Right. See? You do know at least one word. So, how did you remember it?
I don't know. I guess it's because it starts with A, and I've managed to memorize the A words. But look at how long the list is.
Okay. Well, I learned it by remembering that arthro means joints, like the disease arthritis affects the joints. And pod means foot, like a tripod for setting a camera on. I always try to connect new words with the words I already know. So arthropoda refers to all those creatures that have lots of jointed feet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty easy. Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, I kind of remember picturing all of the creatures in my mind every time I said the word.
Ah, you mean visualizing them. That's a good way of remembering, making a mental picture. You could try color coding your words too, like a traffic light. That helps me.
Okay, what's that? What do you mean by color coding the words?
Go through the list and, for example, color all the words you know well green because you can pass by them, and the words you kind of know yellow, and the words you really don't know red. Then focus on the red words. You stop at them and think about them. Of course, you don't have to use those colors. That's just my coloring system.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. Got any other ideas?
Sure. Make a song or a poem out of them. Like, let's see. An arthropod with arthritis met a cephalopod with sinusitis.
Okay, wait. What is a cephalopod and what does it have to do with sinusitis?
Well, cephalo has to do with the head, right? Like the disease encephalitis is an inflammation of the brain. And a cephalopod is a big-headed creature like an octopus, for example. So a cephalopod with sinusitis would have a really bad sinus headache.
Okay, I see. So, finish your poem.
Oh, I've forgotten it.
The students discuss several ways to memorize vocabulary. Summarize the ways. Then state which of the ways you prefer and explain why. You may begin to prepare your response after the beep.
Alright, so these are the notes that I took during that listening passage. You probably noticed that there were a lot of difficult vocabulary, but that was the examples because they were talking about the ways to memorize the vocabulary. So they were using some different words, but there was of course no need to write them down. It was just the examples. It wasn't necessary. The most important things that you had to write down were the ways to memorize the vocabulary, those ways that they were discussing. So this is what I wrote down. The woman trying to learn vocabulary list, A words. The man, connect words to ones I already know. The woman says picturing, the man says visualizing, mental picture, color coding, traffic light. The woman is asking something. The man says, well, green, kinda know yellow, don't know red, focus on red, use any color. The woman asks anything else. The man says song or poem. So basically, it's of course not very grammatically correct. It's just words, just the key words that I heard and then I wrote down. But basically what happened, the woman tried to learn the vocabulary list. She already managed to learn the A words, but she had troubles learning them because the list was so big. The man suggested 3 options. The first one was to connect words to the ones he already knows. Then the second option, which the woman kind of used and the man recognized it. So the woman woman said picturing, and the man said, yes, you mean visualizing. And he said that he was trying to do a mental picture, and also another option that he was using is color coding, kind of a traffic light. So the woman asked him about this option, and he said that he is coloring the words that he knows well, green, the words that he kind of knows, yellow, and the words which he doesn't know, red. And then he focuses on the red words, and then she can use any color, it doesn't matter, but this is the system that he is using. So the woman asked, is there anything else? And the man also suggested to create a song or a poem with these words. So this is basically what happened in their discussion. So now we have these notes, everything that we wrote down. We're going to have a look at them for 20 seconds, and during those 20 seconds you need to think about, okay, so is there anything that I'm not sure about? Is there anything I should improve so that I have less difficulties reading it during those 60 seconds? So you should devote some time to looking at your notes, to improving everything, and then you also should devote some time to thinking, okay, which way will I choose as my favorite? What will be my opinion? And now I will show you a recording of me doing this task. I did it without any scripting, without memorizing what I'm going to say. I did it in the same settings as you are now. So I just read the text, I listened to the passage, I took down my notes, I thought about it, and then I did a recording. So you're going to see this recording. It is natural, it's not me memorizing anything, so that you can see what it looks like, what should be response like. It of course has some minor mistakes, but overall it's going to be a good answer. So let's have a look. Two students discuss the problem of memorizing new vocabulary. The woman is trying to learn her vocabulary list, and she already learned all the A words, but the list is too long. The man suggests her 4 solutions. The first one is to connect the new words to the ones she already knows. The second one is to try to visualize the words, so to create a mental picture of the new words. The third option is color coding. So, for example, to mark all the words that she knows well, green, mark all the words that she kind of knows, yellow, and those that she doesn't know, red. And then focus on the red words. So she can use any colors. These are just the colors that the man uses. And the last option was to create a song or a poem with these new words. As for me, my favorite way to memorize new words is color coding. I usually mark all the words that I know green, words that I don't know really well yellow, and then words that I don't know red. And it really helps me to focus on the ones that I don't know, and then I feel really good when I manage to change the color. Alright, so that was my response. Of course, it wasn't ideal. It had some minor errors, some minor mistakes, but overall I did what I was required to do. I summarized the ways, I said my opinion, and I did it within the time frame. And you can try to do the same thing, record yourself on your phone, turn on the voice recorder, record yourself during 60 seconds, summarize the ways, and give your opinion. And then you can listen to the recording and see what was right, what was wrong, where you need improvement. It's great to practice. So go ahead, do that, and I'll see you in the next video.